Welcome to Road Grid. Today we will review the 2026 Maserati Quattroporte. Isn't just another elegant Italian four-door. It's a supercar disguised as a business executive's daily driver. With over 700 horsepower, a chassis tuned to outcorner the M5, and an interior that feels like a private jet, Maserati is declaring war on Germany's Autobahn kings. But can an Italian truly beat the Germans at their own game? Or is this just another beautiful promise from Modena? Let's find out. Maserati has always lived at the intersection of art and aggression. Born on Italian racetracks more than a century ago, the brand built its reputation on style that roared as loud as it looked. But in recent years, that roar went quiet, overshadowed by Germany's relentless precision machines. Now Maserati wants revenge. The 2026 Quattroporte arrives as the symbol of that comeback. A sleek four-door supercar built not just for elegance, but domination. It promises to blend Ferrari-level performance with the poise of a luxury limousine. But has Maserati truly mastered that balance this time? Or is this another dream that fades once the engine's cool? The first thing you notice about the 2026 Maserati Quattroporte isn't its badge, it's the presence. Long sculpted and impossibly low for a sedan, it carries that quiet confidence only Italian design can pull off. Every curve has purpose. The new vertical slack grille glows with gold illumination at night, and those slim LED headlights feel more like eyes than lamps. Sharp, aware, predatory. Walk around the back and you'll find quad exhausts whispering a promise of chaos beneath the restraint. Open the door and it's clear Maserati has finally joined the modern age. The old analog quirks are gone. In their place, a panoramic glass cockpit wrapping around the driver, twin digital displays with Ferrari-inspired animations, and handcrafted leather that smells like old-world luxury. The stitching, the switch gear, even the ambient lighting, everything feels deliberate. This isn't a car that copies the Germans, it's one that redefines what Italian precision means. Underneath that art sits the machine, a twin turbocharged 3.8-liter V8 tuned for more than 720 horsepower. All-wheel drive now replaces the traditional rear setup, giving the Quattroporte brutal launch control off the line. 0 to 60, just under 3.3 seconds. But the real story is how it feels getting there. There's a deep mechanical growl, less electronic theater, more pure combustion. Maserati could have gone hybrid or electric. Instead, they doubled down on soul. The suspension setup is adaptive, constantly reading the road and adjusting firmness in milliseconds. On city streets, it glides like silk. In corners, it stiffens and plants itself like a sports coupe. And for the first time, the steering feels alive. Tight, communicative, and sharp enough to rival a Porsche Panamera or BMW M5. It's not perfect though. At high speeds, you'll feel a bit of the old Maserati drama. Tiny wobbles that remind you this isn't a sterile machine. It's emotional, unpredictable, and that's exactly the charm. Inside, tech finally matches the theater. Wireless CarPlay, Alexa voice integration, and a new AI-driven driving assistant that learns your patterns over time. It remembers your preferred seat position, your driving mode, even your favorite playlist for night drives. The cabin insulation has improved dramatically. Triple sealed doors and active noise cancellation make long trips eerily quiet. Yet one press of the throttle shatters that calm in an instant. But every masterpiece has a flaw. At $160,000 to start, the Quattroporte demands a price tag that places it against monsters like the AMG GT 63S and BMW M8 Grand Coupe. And while it can fight toe-to-toe in speed, long-term reliability and resale value still haunt Maserati's reputation. Still, the question lingers: has Maserati finally built a car that feels as good as it looks? Or is this beautiful beast still chasing the German's shadow? Stay with me, because when we take it out for the performance test, that answer might surprise you. The moment you press the ignition, the Quattroporte comes alive like it's been waiting for a fight. The twin-turbo V8 snarls through the cabin, and before you even hit second gear, you realize this isn't a luxury cruiser pretending to be fast. It's a supercar with 4 doors. On the track, the numbers hit harder than expected. 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds, a quarter mile in under 11, and cornering grip that feels more Italian thoroughbred than corporate sedan. Through the sweeping turns, the steering is razor sharp. The car dives, settles, and rockets out of corners like it weighs half its size. The exhaust note climbs from a growl to a metallic scream, echoing through the asphalt tunnels like an opera in chaos. But then, surprise! As the speed builds past 160 mph, something clicks. The ride isn't just smooth, it's confident. That notorious Maserati nervousness is on. Stability has replaced drama. For once, the Italians didn't just aim to thrill. They engineered control, but it's not flawless. Push it too hard, and the transmission hesitates just long enough to remind you it's still human-made. The brakes, while fierce, can feel grabby after repeated laps, yet somehow those imperfections make it more alive, less robotic than the Germans it's chasing. Then comes the comparison test. Side by side with a BMW M5 competition and an AMG GT 63, the Maserati doesn't just hold its own, it feels more emotional. The Germans may win in precision, but they lack that unpredictable pulse that makes driving feel personal. As the test wraps, the air smells of hot rubber and fuel, and one question lingers: has Maserati finally built the car that bridges beauty and brutality, or is it still chasing a dream only Italians can see? The answer comes in the verdict. After a decade of silence, Maserati didn't just return, they roared back with intent. The 2026 Quattroporte proves the brand can blend artistry with aggression, finally standing toe-to-toe with Germany's finest. It's brutally fast, visually magnetic, and refreshingly emotional in an era obsessed with silence and screens. The steering, balance, and soundtrack remind you that driving can still feel human, but it isn't perfect. The price is steep, the long-term reliability remains untested, and the badge still carries the shadow of Maserati's inconsistent past. This isn't the car for someone chasing the safest buy, it's for the driver who wants every mile to feel like a performance. The executive who prefers passion over predictability. In today's US market, where electric sedans dominate headlines, the Quattroporte feels rebellious, a mechanical statement against conformity. It's proof that there's still room for noise, character, and imperfection in a future heading toward automation. Maserati may not outsell BMW or Mercedes, but it might just outshine them where it matters, in emotion. So should you buy it? If you want flawless efficiency, look elsewhere. If you want to feel alive every time you turn the key, this might be the only sedan left that delivers that spark. Now, I want to hear from you. Does Maserati's bold comeback change how you see the brand? Would you choose passion over precision? Tell me in the comments. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you never miss a new drive from Road Grid.